What up, gamers? It's your boy S Money coming at you with a YouTube video. What? I don't even remember the last time I did a YouTube video that wasn't like a update or like a stream highlight or something along those lines. But I had an idea of doing like a little chill video, pretty much just talking about certain games that I love, and then playing a little bit of them while talking about them. So what I want to talk about today is Zelda Ocarina of Time, because ever since it came onto the Switch Online, the N64 games, I've been casually replaying through it, and this game is just so fucking good. It is absolutely unreal. So I'm pretty much just gonna play it and talk about why I love it and why it's an absolute masterpiece. Then I have my little streams, backgrounds, and setup and layout and everything. You know, whatever. So let's get right into it. There we go. So first off, this goddamn title screen is so good. Absolutely unreal. So we're pretty much just going to, like, load up my suspend point and just play off from where I am. Turn my TV down because it's way too loud. So this game, IGN's top 100 games or whatever, they put this game at like 20 something, which is crazy because this game was like number 1 or number 2 on their list for like ever, and everyone else's list too. So I feel like this game has just been getting a lot of not love the way it used to lately, just based off that one list. But that inspired me to talk about this game and why I love it so much. So first off, every single polygon and pixel and sound effect in this game is just absolutely god tier. Like, words really cannot describe how much I love every single thing about this game. And I'm not even really one of those people that plays a game 1,000 million times and knows every possible secret and stuff. I've really only beaten this game twice, which is one time when I was replaying it like 10 years ago or something. Like someone let me borrow it on the N64 and I played through it. And then the other time was on the 3D version, which is also amazing. But dude, that wolf sound, whatever it is, like a werewolf or something that you never actually see. This is dude, it's so good. Like, every single thing about this game is crazy. But yeah, I've only ever beaten it twice, but I've played it a trillion times. Like, when I was a kid, I used to rent it all the time, and because I used to rent it and I never owned it, I never beat it until I was like 18 or whatever. So as a kid, I pretty much just played through the Kakariko Forest section like 5,000 different times, and did the Deco Tree, and I got to the Hyrule Field, and I was running around, and it's just like, even that first just couple hours of this game is just so phenomenally good. And this one thing I love is how you're just fending for yourself, fighting skeletons until the sun comes out. Like, I know it's been beaten to death a trillion times, but this game is pretty creepy in a lot of ways, and especially if you're a kid, it's like weird. A lot of N64 games are just creepy just by themselves in a lot of different ways, but Nintendo doesn't really make games like this anymore. Like, it's very dark and like medieval, and it's just like the hand creature in the cave. I don't remember what it's called, Dead Hand or something. I was just like covered in blood, and the re-deads being like the absolute most terrifying things ever. Kind of scarred me for life. I think this game is one of the reasons why I'm such an anxious cave dweller, like inside my house all the time. Too scared to do anything. But yeah, I think a lot of the reason why I love this game is because of nostalgia, and I think that's perfectly fine. Like, nostalgia's great, dude. Like, it takes you back to a, well, for a lot of people, it takes you back to a simpler time and a better time, or where you could be more ignorant of the world when you're like 8 years old or some shit. You don't know anything. Except this game and it being amazing. And I actually really love the pre-rendered backgrounds of this game. Like, this, it just looks so good to me. I know that probably sounds stupid, especially for like younger people who didn't grow up playing games with like super pre-rendered backgrounds like this. But I think it looks so good. It like looks real too. Like, it looks like they're going for like a realistic style with it. And I think that also adds to like the creepiness of the game, like the pre-rendered backgrounds. But you know, like the music in this game is just absolutely unreal. Like, Koji Kondo is a god. Oops. Even like the startup like sound effects is so good. The fuck? Oh. Changing, selecting items, that sound effect is just so good. If I could, I wish I could find an item or something. Like, hold up an item, you know, when you open a chest and you get an item. The way the models for the items look, I think, are so good. Like, the weird, like, reflectiveness of it. Because, you know, the N64 hardware. But I just think it looks good in general. I don't even think it, like, not even just good for its time. I just think it looks good in general. Like, I want to see more indie games do, like, a retro N64 look to them. You know how they all do, like, pixel art and stuff. I think an N64, like, 64-bit retro indie game would be wicked cool. Especially if you do it like an HD 64-bit thing. You know, kind of like how a lot of indie games aren't actually 16-bit. They just look that way, you know. I think that would be really cool. I don't know why that's not a thing. I've always wondered that. Indie people, come on. Do it. And one of the things I loved about this game as a kid and now is just running around this the Hyrule Field and just going wherever you want to go. And a lot of people give this game shit for its empty, like, the Hyrule Field being empty. I genuinely do not care. That's definitely the nostalgia speaking, because if I played this game for the first time right now, I'd be like, this is so boring. But I genuinely just don't give a shit about that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about why this game is just a masterpiece. You know, like, Nintendo just really doesn't make games like this anymore. I'm not even really saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying they just don't. I'm just pointing that out. Like, it's so dark and weird, and the music is just so good. And there's just something about this game that I think a lot of people would agree with, that you can't really put your finger on it, that like why it's so good exactly. Like, there's just something about it that's just nothing like anything else. Like, this truly, I believe, is one of the greatest works of art humans have ever made. This and Majora's Mask, like, there's such unique experiences that no one's ever even come close to replicating. Not even Nintendo themselves, really. That's why Breath of the Wild has just gone in such a completely different direction than like the classic Zelda. It's because I think it's just because they keep trying to kind of copy Ocarina of Time, like with Twilight Princess, but they just haven't really gotten to that point. So why not just do something completely different, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this game and why I love it, because I've been having a lot of nostalgia for it. I've been feeling pretty lost in life the last like year or two, all definitely because of COVID just killing any motivation or interest I have in doing pretty much anything. So it kind of just brings me back to a simpler time where you don't have to worry about like careers and YouTube and streaming and jobs and whatnot. Oh, another thing I love about this game is like all the weird side stuff that like the subtle environmental storytelling, like with this guy, how he goes into the Lost Woods and kills himself, and you know, little stuff like that. And this game's influence really can be felt even to this day, because like Dark Souls, those games, they do a lot of stuff like this. Like all the NPC side quests in those games are pretty much just like ones from Ocarina of Time, where it's like the guy going to go kill himself in the woods, and the game doesn't tell you like anything really. Like there's no like quest list or anything, no like stuff like that for side quests, and that's how Dark Souls is too. So it's like this game, dude, absolutely revolutionary in every single way, and it holds up so well. Like I always forget that there's not even a right stick camera, because the camera just goes so well with where you're going and what you're doing. And if you need to quickly turn around, you can just do this, and it's perfectly fine. Like they don't need a jump button and stuff like that. And it's not like super obtuse or super hard like a lot of old games tend to be, especially like NES to Super NES, like retro games and stuff. It just holds up unbelievably good, dude. Like if this game was just had like HD textures on it and it came out today, I still think people would love it. I still think people would think it's like amazing, and kids growing up playing it would have like it would like change their lives, you know. I still think it would do that. And I'm not nostalgia blind either. I really don't think I am. It's just like this game's just so good, dude. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. I just wanted to talk about it for a little bit. The next game I wanted to do was Xenoblade, and talk about why I think that game is a masterpiece and absolutely perfect in every single possible conceivable way. I love this game. I love Xenoblade, and I love video games so much. Oh my god. I probably only gonna do these 2 videos because I'm lazy and I'm motivated to do anything, and you guys know that. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that. I'm not even gonna edit this video. I'm just gonna record it and then upload it, because I hate editing. And then I have to like make a thumbnail, I guess, which I hate doing too, which whatever. So yeah, what do you guys think about this game? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Am I just a dumb fanboy? Sound off in the comments below. And goodbye. Oh, follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/mindless64. Link in the description. Goodbye.